going on a road trip, and you know what that means. Although I haven't done it since like 2019. So if you've been watching since 2019, especially the couple specific vlogs that I did this, you might know what I'm going to turn something like this into. Wait, I gotta put this on time lapse. Starting with this, right? Probably a little more obvious what it is now. But I gotta take a break. I mean, I thought I was gonna get this all in one go. But I just got a phone call. I gotta go meet someone at the art gallery to sign their painting that they bought, and that takes precedent over making some genuine imitation 24 karat gold bars. Okay.
Mysterium Fidei.
What a transition. Don't have to beat down these doors though, they're already open. Oh, well that's good news. I'm just kidding, I've never ever used that elevator. Alright, we're here.
Hi Blaine.
Hi Blaine. And hello, I forget your name. Yeah, I should?
No, I don't know. Of Ark.
Huh?
Of Ark.
Joan of Ark, like from the Viking times.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know if she was from the Viking times,
No,
but
dear.
could be close though.
I want gold.
Gold? Like the Vikings might use.
Yes. I need the pictures.
All right, let's sign something up for you. Sorry I'm late here.
Well, that's okay. You know what? You have a life.
So what did you want me to put?
The ultimate sacrifice.
Okay, and just somewhere in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like here, the ultimate sacrifice. And
Okay,
then you
cool.
can put...
Well, let's start with that.
Okay.
You're sure, 100%.
Okay, just wait. Stop. But that's pretty awesome. Where did you go? You can just draw a triangle beneath it. Everybody knows what the Holy Trinity is. Everybody.
Okay, so the okay, because when he died, that's when the Holy Ghost was released.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
so the ultimate sacrifice and then a triangle.
Correct. And then sign building. Everybody who's a Christian will know that triangle.
Perfect. Let's do that. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Final answer, right?
Final
Okay.
answer.
Okay.
My little Indian friend will go up. This one's not going up. It's too giant. I'll have to hang it on my ceiling.
Yeah.
But you know what? I believe in young artists. I know what I wanted. So I came in here and thought, oh, whatever. I love that.
Yeah, you came in not even knowing that it was going on, right?
Right. That's the best thing. That means I'm meant to be here. Is your gold pen out?
No. I can see it. See, look at it from this angle.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
The ultimate sacrifice. That's perfect. I can see it if I look at the side. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Good job.
I think it looks good.
Well, it kind of blends in. You don't
Right.
really see it, right? But
kinda
it's
cool.
there.
I like that.
It's excellent.
Yeah, the ultimate sacrifice. That's perfect.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, let's put him aside. And then the other one you got? Or we can wrap it back up.
Yeah, help me put it in.
Let's go do it.
Okay.
Fred Tomahawk.
Oh, yes, okay. Oh, you got them framed the same, hey?
Yeah. No, silver.
Oh, okay. Close, though. They match, but they're not the same. Okay, on here, you would like gold as well, or black?
But where would you put black? Like you'd have to actually put it on his face or somewhere.
Okay, let's do gold then.
Do you have silver?
Oh, I didn't bring silver. Oh, you know what? Let's go get a silver. I'll be right back.
Go get a silver. You should have a silver. You should not spring.
Do you think the Vikings ever went after silver? Hey, good. You don't happen to have a silver Sharpie I could borrow or paint marker?
I probably do, actually.
Leave it up to Rooster of Pashol Gallery to come in clutch with the silver. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have his contact info and like socials in the description of this video if you want to see what he's all about, or if you want to come down in person. We're in Londonderry Mall right now, and you're gonna be here basically every day, like you always are. Every time I come to Sterling Gallery, I always come around the corner here, say what's up, and we chat about art and whatnot. And so, since I know him, I think you guys should know him. And since he helped me out with a marker, I think we owe it to him to at least follow him on Instagram. All right, thanks, bro. I will bring it back in a minute. Okay, silver to sign up the other painting that you got. Chief Red Tomahawk. You know what's kind of sad? This is not sad. I just came back. Well, actually, it was yesterday. I'm just cleaning up. Yesterday, I installed last vlog's Mario wall thing. You know what's kind of sad about that painting that I signed up there for Joan of Arc? The last one there? That's a picture of Chief Red Tomahawk. And the sad thing about it is not the quote. The quote is actually kind of cool. The quote actually has to do with asking someone to tell the story, and they told the story of Atlantis, and his reply was, "Oh, we already know that story." What? Was there gold there? I don't know. But the sad thing is Chief Red Tomahawk was friends with Sitting Bull, of whom I have also painted. Whom? Of which? Of who? Okay, I've painted Sitting Bull before. Anyway, the sad thing, the link between them is that Red Tomahawk, even though, or despite the fact that Sitting Bull was his friend and that they fought together, I think in Little Bighorn. I might be getting some of the details wrong. I kind of forget. I painted Red Tomahawk a long time ago, but I thought he had a cool story, which is why I painted him. Anyways, they used to be on the same path, but as time went on, Red Tomahawk saw the changing of the times and decided to side with the new government, and he became Indian police, which actually, if you're in North Dakota, again, I can't really remember. I'm just going off my crap memory here. I think it's North Dakota. Your guys' highway signs have his silhouette, as well as like the highway patrol or like some troopers. Some police agencies has his silhouette as well, which is kind of cool. But anyway, the thing that's pretty sad is, so a lot of people think that the North American continent was conquered, which I suppose it was, but also the reason why a lot of Native folks will stand behind the notion that it was stolen is because of things like what I'm about to explain. So, Sitting Bull was not a fan of treaties being broken, and unfortunately, I think it was after the Battle of Little Bighorn, somewhere in there, maybe, or maybe that was part of it. I can't remember. The treaty was changed because there was gold, which ties us all together again. there was gold found, and they moved all the Indian people, the native people, into smaller locations so that they could. Oh, look at that! I think that fits exactly there. Something like that, I think. I'm gonna say that one's probably for that. Anyway, not that Red Tomahawk was a fan of what was going on either, but he became Indian police. Sitting Bull did not. The military, the U.S. military, ordered Sitting Bull to be arrested because of what was new at the time, a new ceremonial practice called ghost dancing. And if you want to know what ghost dancing is, if you're unfamiliar, please look it up, because the way that I will explain it will definitely be leaving out a lot of the origin and stuff. But it is very interesting. Anyways, at Big Rock there, they were doing a ghost dance, which was illegal. And I think actually it still is illegal, although they may have overturned that recently. I think this will go here. Something like, yeah, I think that one, yeah, that one definitely goes there. Which means this one goes, oh yeah, definitely that one goes there like that. Yeah, okay. And so the military tasked Buffalo Bill, I'm assuming, who was one of their higher ranking soldiers. I don't actually know how the ranks work. But yes, Buffalo Bill was a real person. For those of you who didn't know that, it's more than just a cool name for TV and movies, although he did have his own traveling, the Wild West show. I'm sure many of you have heard of it. Oh, this is already open. All right. That's not good, because that can leak out. I'm not even certain when's the last time I used this, but we're good. We're good. Buffalo Bill is actually the person who scalped, I believe even killed him, but he scalped Yellow Hair, who is another person who I've painted. Actually the latest in my half authentic series that you may be familiar with. It's probably my favorite series to work on because of the research that usually when I paint someone who I don't know, I'll do some research on them in case someone asks me about the subject matter, and I don't want to sound like an idiot, like, oh, I just painted them because of they look cool. Like, I want it to be more than that. But also, it's like I share some of that ancestral background. I'm not Lakota, I'm Plains Cree from Alberta, I'm from Ermineskin Nation, but you know, there's a connection there, you know, going back, and I like to learn about my heritage because I didn't grow up with it. Unfortunately, as I grow up, I like wish that I did more and more, but I didn't. But painting these pictures allows me to like learn a lot about it, and it's very interesting, especially when it gets pretty dynamic, like with Buffalo Bill as a perfect example. He was friends with Sitting Bull, who was known as being very steadfast in his belief. He didn't really budge like many others did. And I'm sure there's others who didn't, but he's well known for just remaining steadfast. He's not going to assimilate. And he was friends with them. But then he goes and he scalps, where my freaking, oh, there they are. Safety glasses. He goes and scalps Yellow Hair. How do you do both? Especially when one of them's a hard ass and one of them is just a guy. And it happened in a relatively insignificant battle. Although everything is significant in the grand scheme of things. Such as this. Reason for failure on this was significant. I'm going to grind that off. The arresting of Sitting Bull, I guess, could have also been not significant. Maybe that's why Buffalo Bill didn't go. He decided that Red Tomahawk could probably handle it, and they're friends. So what could go wrong, you know? I don't know what he was thinking. I wasn't there, and I don't know if there's literature on it exactly, but that's my estimation. The facts are that Red Tomahawk was favorable in the Indian police agencies there. It was new, but it was becoming a normal thing. And since he already knew Sitting Bull, things should go well. However, there was a dead or alive clause put on the situation, so they must have known that things could get hairy. Anyway, Red Tomahawk went to get him with his partner, who was unfortunately shot, and I don't remember if he was killed or not, but it sparked a reaction. I actually believe there were several Indian police officers who were killed, although I could be mistaken. At any rate, there was about 500 or so participants at this ghost dance, all of whom were passionate about keeping their way of life by basically any means that were necessary, and that includes bloodshed. So to avoid this, Red Tomahawk thought, because there was the dead or alive order given, it would be best to shoot him. Yeah, that's going to fit perfect. Let me just show you. It's kind of hilarious how badly this was put together. I'll show you on an unaltered one. See this? See how that weld is all globby and sloppy? That's whatever. I mean, not everyone's a welder, including me. But if you look here, you can't even really tell that anything, at least at first glance, has been welded to it. There's almost zero penetration. There's some pitting in here where this is broken off, so obviously it heated up a bit, but it did not adhere. I'm surprised it lasted this long. I'm surprised it was a tractor that hit it that knocked it apart. That just doesn't... I feel like I could just break it off with my hand because there's nothing there. In fact, actually, you know what I should do? I should test the other side of this railing. Oh no, these are on there good. I think because they actually go all the way around. They touch all the way around, and then our penetration is on both sides, so there's good fusion there. Whereas here, this was cut flat and then just filled, but unfortunately the puddle was not brought up onto this workpiece here, and it never fused together, and I can't even believe it held together at all. And unfortunately, because these two pieces mate, I am not going to be able to cut these at an angle to have it fit on there properly. So I'm going to do the best I can with what I have here, and then we'll be able to test it to make sure that it actually stays together. But anyway, Chief Red Tomahawk unnecessarily and hastily murdered Sitting Bull. I believe he shot him once in the side or the stomach and once in the head. It's tragic because although Sitting Bull was resolute in his convictions, he was a peaceful leader. And then following the convenience of his death was the massacre at Wounded Knee, which I believe was a turning point between the native people and the new federal system. And it seems as though it stems from, although again, I'm not a historian. I don't actually know. Lots of moving pieces. But we'll get back to this piece here. This is what we started this short vlog. I don't know how long it's going to be yet. This piece of gold here. It started with greed with gold. A lot of these treaties were broken, land stolen. That's where that comes from. Although there was a lot of factors that went into it, but basically being forced... Oh, I didn't make room for a ground. But basically being forced off their traditional lands for the land itself, for grazing and settlement and other purposes, or gold, as we've spoken about. Later on, oil, all for the convenience of the new settlements. And that is essentially why I chose the quote that I chose to put on the painting for for Joan. I wanted something that was a little more happy, a little more fun. But regardless, history is awesome to learn about. Now, I'm not a historian, as I believe I've mentioned. I don't know if you know that about me without me saying that by the way I tell the story. So don't quote me. But if you would like to learn more about that, and there's plenty of information I'm sure you can find online. I barely remember the sequence of events. I painted that picture so long ago. That was when I was still in my old studio at my in-laws' paint booth. That was like 2017, 2018, something like that. But I've more or less explained what happened, and that's why I painted them, because history is dynamic. There's as a famous president once said, there's good and bad on both sides. Hopefully here we have all good on all sides here. Once I lay my torch on it. Welders, is this called a torch? I think so, right? So you're probably wondering, or maybe you're wondering, maybe you're not wondering at all. But at the very least, you are watching me weld together a random railing. And this is not what I started the video off making. I was making a piece of fake gold. Or not fake gold, but genuine imitation 24 karat gold, actually. Why am I now making this instead of finishing up that little simple project? Well, because first, as you already witnessed, I was called away to the art gallery to sign up those couple of paintings for Joan. That actually took longer than you might expect. It's like a 40-minute drive to the gallery. Then I spent a few hours there, and then another 40 minutes back. After that, I decided to take the rest of the day off because of my stupid brain injury thing. Not a huge deal. Spent the rest of the evening editing a vlog, actually. The last vlog that you would have watched if you're watching them in order. And then went to bed and was woken up with a surprise, if you will. Curiosity Inc.'s very own Alex Archbold gave me a call letting me know that he was at a house that had an abundance of scrap that was to be given away. And so I went out there. They have lots of scrap. And they also have some tools that they were trying to sell as well. But then, as you've probably garnered by watching this, they also had a broken railing. They had accidentally ran into it with a tractor while cleaning up the property that they are getting ready to sell. Unfortunately, the railing fell to pieces because it's a piece of junk. And they didn't know what to do about in terms of fixing it. And they asked me if I had a portable welder. I said I don't have a portable welder, but I have a welder that I can use at home. I guess technically it's portable because it's just a suitcase welder, but it's a pain to bring out the welder and the bottle of gas and all that stuff. Everything's heavy and it's just annoying, and then you got to find a place to plug it in and all that stuff. Anyways, I said, hey, let's do a trade here. Some of the stuff that's for sale. Let's fix this railing up for you. I didn't think it would be that difficult, and really it's not. I mean, it would have been nice to have a little bit of help with this part. But yeah, I could fix it up, and maybe I can take some of these tools in exchange, because as you know, I always grab tools from places like this and put them to use or trade them for other things as well. So here we are. Okay. Tested with some stress thwacks. Yeah, it's not going to be perfectly in there, but...
That's okay. It's not our house anymore.
No?
Yeah.
Did you guys already sell?
No.
No?
Just wishful thinking on my part.
Yeah. All right, perfect. Looks good. Just needs a wood railing and that should work. At least it shouldn't fall apart again on you. Okay. So you were having this as like a garage sale, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got this vise here.
Well, I'd just as soon you not take that unless you really, really want them.
Or you want to keep it now?
Well, I kind of promised it to the wife's nephew.
Well, that's unfortunate that I was misled there with the vise. I don't think that was intentional, but that's okay. I did get this dust collection for the shop, which is great because we already have one that we don't use. So may as well get another one. That one's smaller, so it'll be easier to use. I actually could use it right now. I can hook it up to the table saw here, but I'm probably not going to. But beyond that, I also got a sweet radial arm saw. This is just so cool. Once I figure out how to work it.
There you go.
Now, I didn't bring it home, which is kind of a bummer because I'm pretty stoked to use it. But that's because I wasn't sure how full I would get because I wasn't exactly sure on what I was going to grab. I just basically had to look around their property a little bit, but mostly in their garage. And I picked up a bunch of different little things that I saw that I thought I could use for future projects. So at some point here, I will be offloading this load and putting it here in the art trunk. And then I will be going back for another load of plywood and some other wood. And also that electronic radial arm saw, which I'm super stoked for because we have this one here, which is just regular. It's just your standard radial arm saw. And then we also have another one actually, which is Clint's. CK Carlton, Clint's. We have it in here because we don't use it that often because he has it set up for doing stuff with guitar. So that's sitting there in the art trunk. And then we've also given away at least 2 since we've been using this shop. It's not likely that we will use that electronic one very often because we have the miter saw and we have the table saws. However, if I had it here right now, I would be using it to finish off this because I'm just looking forward to figuring it out because it's just so unique for me. It's probably not that unique. I don't know how many there were. I think they were only made for 1 year, at least that model. So it's got to be at least somewhat rare, but that's okay. I will finish this off on the table saw before putting the rest of my gold away in the art trunk. Set you up somewhere right here. You may have noticed a stack of gold up on this table in the background whilst I was working around in this vlog here. And I realized that I somehow didn't number them in order. I went 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I left one blank, which is the one that we did, but then I skipped all the way to 20. So the one that we've been working on in this vlog is number 19. I'm not really sure how I did that. This one should have been the last one there, but oh well. It doesn't really matter as long as we have number 11, to number 20. That's 10 total, just like the first time I made the 10, although the design is a little bit different. I made this stamp thing here so that I didn't have to do it how I did it last time. If you would like to see that, I am going to put a link in the description to where I made the first batch. And then there's also, so that's where I hid like the first 5, I think. And then there's another vlog on the way home. I hid 2 in Las Vegas, so that's 7. Then 1 in another vlog in Calgary, and then Red Deer, so that's 8 and 9. And then last art walk, I hid number 10. I believe all of them have been found except for the one at the Hollywood sign. But I'm not exactly certain because most people didn't let me know that they found them. However, when I went back to go check on some of them, not the ones in Los Angeles, but the other ones, they weren't there. So if you find one, let me know. I should actually maybe put like a QR code on the backs of them, perhaps. Because then people who have no idea who I am will know what these are in reference for if they care to check the QR code. I think that's what I'm going to do. That actually makes way more sense than someone finding it and being like, huh, I wonder what this is. And then not knowing, well, I mean, I don't even know. What do you do with it once you find it? I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to make a treasure hunt where there's absolutely zero reward, because this is just a piece of scrap wood, which is very easy to tell with some of them. Unless, of course, you value something that I've made. That sounds super pretentious, especially when it's something like this that takes very little effort. I didn't even care what condition the wood was in. But I just thought it would be fun to make a treasure hunt, because that's the reward. The fun in the search and the hunt and the seeking and the whatever else that goes along with that. And the what if it's still there? And maybe one day I will hide a real gold brick. I definitely can't afford to do that because gold is freaking expensive and I don't have any. Although, actually, you know what's kind of funny? I have these. So when I'm welding, sometimes I'm not a welder. I suck at welding. And sometimes it doesn't behave properly. And so I get all this slag. And the slag kind of looks like gold nuggets. So I spray paint them gold. I remember this piece of gold? I can't remember what vlog that was in where I made this, but I still have it. Anyway, that's an aside. I feel like this whole video is an aside because it was supposed to just be an announcement that, hey, for those of you who care, I'm going to be hiding some genuine imitation 24 karat gold again. Tomorrow, my time, which is July the 12th, I am going to be hiding number 1 at the White Avenue Art Walk here in Edmonton. Oh, there's Ashley's calling me. 1 second. Okay. Ashley was just wondering about tomorrow. We leave on our road trip that I mentioned earlier, and she's wondering if we will be on time for dinner with everyone else who is going on the same road trip. The answer is no, because we are going to be going to the art walk to hide a piece of gold and interview a couple, 2-3 artists that catch my eye. So that'll be next vlog where you see where I hide number 11. It won't be the same place that I hid number 10. I'll find another place. Let me know if you find it in the comments. Although, if you happen to find it before that vlog comes out, let me know in these comments down below. That would be insane. But hey, you might see me hide it somewhere, and then now you know where it is because it's got a QR code. Maybe I don't know if I'm going to do that, but it would be a good idea if I did do that somewhere on the bottom. So I'm not sure how many I will actually be able to hide from here to there. But this will all be documented as it always has been, and as I plan to always do every time I hide one. You know what? I just thought of this, and this is dumb that I haven't done it already. I should make a playlist that includes all of the vlogs where I've hidden one of these. That would make it easier for anyone who cares to look back and see where any might still be. I just have to go back and figure out which vlogs include that. There's 3 or 4, I think. I think 4. Renee, can you help me out here? No, I'm playing. I'll figure it out, and I'll make a playlist. And then every time I hide one of these, I will add it to the playlist as well. But anyway, I've tried to digress like several times here. We are going on a road trip, which is what Ashley was calling me about earlier, for her brother's next big race. He does a bunch of races, but he doesn't consider it big. Like, he did a 50K the other day, and he's done several other long races. He runs like 25 kilometers a day. He's an animal. Anyway, actually, this is him right here. I happen to be wearing his death race shirt today. This is a shirt that we made for so he'd know who, like a team shirt, right? A crew shirt. We crewed him in the death race, and we are going to be crewing him again for this race. Yo, whoa, what the heck was that? Okay, now it's not doing it. But I want to give a huge thank you to Heather, Photo Deviant, big supporter of the channel, longtime viewer. There it is again. For helping put together these shirts. How is that doing that? Technology, am I right? I don't know technology, which is exactly why I asked Heather to help. I had some ideas that I thought were punny and great to put together a shirt. I said, how's this? And she made a cohesive design, which I loved. So I asked her if she could do it again for this weekend. And so she has. If you'd like to see that, I'll feature that in another vlog. I actually haven't even seen it in real life yet. It's a very similar design, so I'm sure it's fantastic. As long as Joel can pick us out of a crowd, we just have to be like, hey, here we are. Have some watermelon. Have some Gatorade. Have some saltine crackers. Have some ginger ale. Pizza. And runner diets are really weird when they're running a race because they burn a ton of calories in a very short amount of time with no rest. And so they just need their electrolytes because it is a painful, crampy, terrible sport to be a part of. But if you don't do it, who's going to carry the boats? As Goggins would say. Anyway, this race is taking place in Coleman, which, by the way, I actually put together a playlist of vlogs of the last time that we were in Coleman, where we tried to find an abandoned, collapsed mine, actually where their grandparents, Ashley and Joel's grandparents, met. Or no, grandfather was in a cave-in, and then they met at a different mine. Both of them are in the playlist. I've made a cool little storyline through the videos. You should go check it out. And then after that, check out the playlist of hiding all these. Anyway, during our road trip, I won't be going on any adventures like that. I will just find ways to hide these. We will be crewing, and it will be very important because it is, I don't know if you can tell how shiny I look, but it is heat waving right now. So hot. It's actually only 30 degrees Celsius. That's like mid 80s, somewhere in there. I don't know the conversion exactly. So it's not super hot, but it is very hot to be running up and down 7 mountains. It's hot to be running on flat ground. No thank you. So my main focus, this is secondary, is going to be making sure that he completes this. Because for the death race, he kind of, sort of, started to consider possibly not finishing. But we motivated him and he got back on the trail on the last leg, threw up immediately, I guess, and then made his way to the finish line with like 4 hours to spare, something like that. This race is a little bit longer, but it's also a lot harder. So wish him luck. Wish him luck. That'll be in another vlog. I'm looking forward to what it all entails. Okay, so this is probably definitely dry at this point. It is, so I can flip it over. Let's turn those over so I can paint all the bottoms. Although I did start these a while ago, I did not finish painting them. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, I just wanted to show what it would look like all the way around. This is great paint. I actually really love this stuff. It works perfect on unprimed wood, also unprimed metal. Well, it's got cloudy, and I even hear a little thunder. That thunder can go with this lightning. This is the unprimed metal. I've been coming out here to spray it every few hours over the last couple of weeks as I've been working in my shop, because I want it to be nicely coated so it doesn't rust. When this is finished, I'm going to be sending this off to someone who's going to bring it to Graceland. I'm almost out of this paint, so you might be able to hear. I don't know where to get it. I wish it would last. This is basically made out of some reclaimed all thread rod. The spike, this is like a roasting spit, you know, like for a rotisserie or whatever. So this will stab into the ground, and then these will stab into the ground afterwards. Should stand up nicely. It's looking good. It's looking good. And now it's raining, so we'll see if that rusts or not. It shouldn't. It shouldn't, but we shall see. This is why we test it. Gotta roll up the windows in here lest we get a soaked interior. All right, time to see. Oh, hey, we know this is working because I used it to finish this up. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to stamp in the Ushi tag. There we go. Looking pretty good, but not super good, honestly. Like, look at number 14 here, for example. It's not very straight. So at some point, I should make a stamp where I can do them all at once. Does anyone know how to do that? Can you help me out with that? Because that would be cool. I'm sure I could just look it up. That would be very easy. But this is what they'll look like when you find them. And then when you look at the QR code, this is what it'll bring you to. Okay, let's see if I can do this all in one take. Congratulations, you have found your very own genuine imitation 24 karat gold brick. Either above, below, behind, beside, between, or any other combination in which I may have hid this somewhere. And now you're wondering what the heck it's for, or you already know who I am. You watched my videos, and in one of those videos you watched, you followed the clues on how to find your very own genuine imitation 24 karat gold brick. It's also very possible that you have no idea who I am, but you saw me in real life hiding something somewhere and your curiosity got the best of you. Or, even more intriguing, perhaps the most intriguing, you somehow, some way, somewhere came across a genuine imitation 24 karat gold brick completely by accident. Let me know in the comments below how you found yours, because I'm very curious, because I won't be there when you find it, and I would like to hear all the different stories on how you found yours. In any case, each of you has followed the QR code on the back of your genuine imitation 24 karat gold brick. Have I said that combination of words enough? Genuine imitation 24 karat gold brick. This one doesn't have a QR code yet because I am making this video to designate a spot for that QR code to lead to. But in any case, you are in possession of one of these genuine imitation 24 karat gold bricks. And you're wondering what's next. Well, as I already said, congratulations. Congratulations, you have won my treasure hunt. I'm artist and maker Joshua Alexander, working here in my studio / workshop somewhere near Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Behind me is my easel wall where I like to finger paint using acrylics. I also use brushes occasionally, and I also like to experiment with other similar mediums such as oil paint, spray paint, the occasional watercolor. When I'm not painting, I come out here in my workshop where I work in several other mediums. Back there is my metal working area. The rest is mostly woodworking, but I also like to experiment with several different mediums if I can get into it. Behind here is what we call the art trunk, and all together we call this the daydream shop. We like to, as much as possible, work in reclaimed and upcycled materials. And then on the side, which I'm least passionate about, I also occasionally work in the construction field. But this here, this is a result of my job, I guess, a consequence of my passion. That sounds a bit pretentious. It is a result of my hobbies and drive, shall we say. Really, it's a scrap piece of wood that I didn't want to throw away. So I made a game out of it. And congratulations, you won! You found a genuine imitation 24 karat gold brick, which is essentially just a piece of firewood that I spray painted gold. It holds no value. So what I would like to do, since you found a genuine imitation 24 karat gold brick, I would like to trade you for something that does, if I may say so myself, does hold some value. All you have to do is email me, orderfromjosh@gmail.com, a picture of you holding your genuine imitation 24 karat gold brick, and then in the text field, maybe tell me how and where you found it. Below that, let me know what you would like to trade for it. Your options can be found in one of the links below in the description. I will have a catalog of all of my currently available open edition prints that you can choose from. Once you've chosen a print that you would like, let me know your address and I will send it out to you anywhere in the world. You don't even have to send it to yourself. You can send it to anyone else as a gift. Just let me know what you would like and where it needs to go, and I will send it out. And you can keep your piece of firewood. Just let me know what the serial number is. That's how I keep track of what has been found. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. I will cross it off the list, and then you can go ahead and find another one if there's any more available to find. To know that, there's another link in the description of all of the videos that feature the making and or distribution of one of these. I hide them kind of randomly wherever I kind of go, road trip or not. I just think it's a fun game to play, and if you have found one, congratulations, you have won the play. I think that's everything. That's pretty good for one take. Wasn't super articulate, it was a little clumsy, but we got through it. All right, once again, congratulations for finding your genuine imitation 24 karat gold brick. I hope you enjoy my work, and I hope you enjoyed playing. Keep kicking ass with both feet. Oh man, it is way too freaking hot out there to be wearing a hoodie right now, but I just really like that hoodie and I thought it suited the video, so I wore it anyway. So worth it. Oh dang, it's already dark. What time is it? 10:30. Okay, I guess that makes sense. My phone actually died while I was filming that, so you actually saw the retake, and I guess the day started closing out on me. Not even a nice sunset today. What a bummer. I don't want summer to end. Anyway, I think I included everything I needed to include in that video. I hope I did. I guess one thing I could tell you guys, if you still watch my videos, those of you who have found 1 through 10, you're also included in the gold exchange. Just send me a picture of you holding your genuine imitation 24 karat gold, and I will sign up a picture for you and send it to you anywhere in the world. And then anyone who has no idea who I am, I guess, hopefully you find me one day. It'll be easier now with the QR codes on the back starting at number 11. And actually, you know what's funny? If you look closely, the zeros are actually Q's. At a quick glance, I just grabbed the Q, stamped it all the way. And then at some point here, I went all the way to 18. So at 20, oh, that actually might be how I skipped one. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, number 19 and 20 are all zeros, which if I would have, looked a little better. Oh, wait. Actually, there's 2. There's an O and a 0. So there's 2 that are exactly the same what I would have needed, and I picked the freaking Q. But, you know, from a quick glance, like from here, for example, it's easy to go, oh, that's what I need right there. And you know what? It might have actually had some sawdust on it too, because these have oil on them and there's lots of dust around. I don't know. I don't know what my excuse. Maybe my eye could be a good excuse, which it's healing pretty good if you have a look at it. So that's good. But in any case, we got several here that have Q's on them, but then we got 2 that have zeros. Anyway, this video is way longer than I meant it to be, but that is because that's what life brought me this time. So I decided to include it. And actually, while I'm here, I may as well include another name to the door. I appreciate everyone who has gotten their name on the door. It is because of people like you and all of the folks over here on this door. Unfortunately, all your names are covered, but you're there. Thank you. It's because of people like you that I can play games like this. All right, and with that, I think we've made a long enough vlog. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching.